That is Dave Johnston with Day Trade the Markets. We've just been filled short here, 21.2775. I've already put some markers on here for my own purposes. These two blue lines, one of them is the thin blue one here. This is from a late in the day high that formed yesterday. And this thicker blue line I put right at the low. Let's make an arrow right here. It's right at the low of this blue bar right here, which is our most aggressive buying bar. And when that bar forms on the high of the day, but then the market starts to trade below it, it becomes a good barrier of resistance. So that's why I've gone ahead and was filled there. A couple of ticks below that at this blue line's at 28.25, and I'm now short from 27.75. So the first target down is really this last little dip we had here. Now the market opened here today, kind of went back and forth, had the nice rally higher. But obviously some fairly good selling came in. We had a high velocity move on the downside, and now with all of this trade occurring below this blue line, which, as I just said, is below the low of where this very aggressive buying started, leads me to believe that really is confirming as exhaustion. So we got a good fill in here. And now the market did bounce up to what, 28.75. So now that it's bounced up, and okay, we got a red bar in here. It's taken out the low of that little bounce that we had right there. That's at 28.75. I'm going to go ahead and put in my protective buy stop at 29.25. So just a couple of ticks above that. That's my initial protective buy stop. So that's a 1.5 risk from 27.75 to 29.25. Now I do want to go ahead also and put in an order for the first objective. And the way I see the first objective is obviously down into this area here, which is roughly at 23, well, it is 23.25. So I'm going to put it in a couple of ticks above that. I'm going to try and buy half the position back at 23.75. So I'll put that buy limit in. We'll see if the market can come down. I am expecting it to come down and actually take out this low. Who knows if it will, but that's the trade that we're looking at right now. So everything's in place. We got our stop in place. We got our first objective and so forth. So for the sake of trying to keep this video, relatively short, I will go ahead right now and pause the recording and pick it up as the market dictates, whether we get hit on our stop or reach the first objective or need to make some sort of adjustment other than that. Okay, so I'll go ahead and pause it right now. Okay, just resume the recording. I put a little marker down here. We're getting fairly close to getting filled on our objective down here at 23.75. We just hit 24.50, so I just put a marker in there. And I should put a marker in here up where our stop is too. I think on that one I'll change it to red, so we can follow that a little bit more easily. Okay, there we go. So we know where our stop is. We've got a marker down here for our objective. Just want to bring you up to date on that. The market's looking good. It has moved down to about 3 points in our favor. So I think what I will do, just from kind of a strict money management standpoint, I really don't want to see 3 points, for it to turn around and they get stopped out for a loss after being up 3 points. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this right down to break even for the initial protective stop. So we're now at a break-even scenario, and okay, there we go. Good. We just got filled. So okay, so we're filled with half of the position down here. 23.75. We're short from 27.75. So that's 4 points. That's good. On 2 contracts, we've got 2 contracts left. So I'm going to adjust the amount for the protective buy stop, and we do have that right at break even there. So we'll leave that for now. Actually, come to think of it, this we had a green and a red bar right there, so it really shouldn't get back above the high of this red bar, in my view. And the high on that is at 26.75. I'm sorry, 26.25. So I'll lower this to 26.75. So and we're short from 27.75. So okay, so we locked in a point on the second half of the position here. So okay, we've got our stop in place now. The next objective would be and is down in here, you can see we've got, this is what we call trade location zones, and they start right here, just like this one started right here. So really our next objective is down into this area. So I think what I'll go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and try and buy one back at, let's see, the top of this barrier is at 2050. We just bought two back at 23.75. So if I go to 21.25, I think that's where I'll put it, just a few ticks above that. So we're going to try and buy one back at 21.25, fairly close to this what we call trade location zone, which is a likely area of support, utilizing the daytime structure and being shown by the day trade the market software. So we'll leave that there like that, and yeah, and should it get filled, we'll just have a trailing stop on that last contract. So that's where we're at right now. So I will once again go ahead and pause the recording. Okay, started the recording again right away, just from a minute or so ago. It has bounced up. You can see it did come. Our stop is here at 26.75. It just hit 26.25, which is interesting, right at the top of that red bar. So, you know, we're in the trade for now. And oh, by the way, I should adjust this too. This is where our stop is, so we will know should we get stopped where we're at on that. And the other thing too is I should make another marker as to our entry price right here. Okay, so should we get hit here? Okay, so we're just within a tick of it getting stopped. So anyway, it looks like we probably will here. You get that close, it usually happens. So should that happen, so you know, we've got 4 points on the first two, and we'll have 1 point on the second two. So that's what 8 and 2. That's still 10 points. And for those of you not familiar with the Emini S&P, that's $50 per point, so 10 points. That's five. Still okay. There we just got stopped. So anyway, it worked out to be a $500 trade. So I think utilizing the software just gives us such an edge, because we can really pinpoint really good, not only excellent trade entry prices, but the overall condition of the market within the daytime frame. And then, of course, we use our other tools to have a better sense of what we think is going on in the market intraday or from day to day. So this is our software, of course, is for intraday trading. And I'll go ahead and cancel that order there. So yeah, these are markers right here, short from up here at 27.75, and then the exit down here at 23.75 for half the position, and then the red one was the stop out here for the second half of the position. First half, 4 point, second half, 1 point, and 2 contracts on each for a total of 4. So at any rate, there's a live trade using the day trade to market software. Hope you found it useful. Got any questions or comments, just get a hold of us. I'd like to hear from you. That'll be it for today. Thanks. See you next time.